You're absolutely right. 100%. There is a difference between legal and moral right. Now, we're not talking about spiritual. I'll get this out of the way at the beginning. We're not talking about spiritual laws here. There are spiritual laws that trump legal laws and moral laws. I mean, if you are a dictator and you were born and your parents taught you can do anything you want to do and you commit genocide on a large portion of your population, spiritual laws will come into effect. I mean, even if you don't follow your conscience and you set the laws, spiritual laws will come in and you will reap repercussions of whatever you did. But today we're talking about legal versus moral right to do things. There are some things that are legally okay to do, but they're not morally okay to do. We're basically talking about follow your conscience. For instance, it is legally okay if you're not in court in certain circumstances, if you're not filling out federal documents in the United States of America, to lie. It's legally right. Oh, it's not legally right. It's legally right to lie. There's no, I guess it is a process. It's legally right to lie. It's legal to lie. You can type anything you want on your social profile. You can, whatever, legally. But morally, you can't. It sears your conscience because it doesn't sear your conscience. Oh no, that's beyond. That's someone who keeps not doing what they're supposed to do. Morally, it's not right because it bothers your conscience. You're manipulating other people. You're presenting false reality, and it's not good. But on the other hand, of course, it's legal. If you're in I was going to say a bar. If you go into the library and someone asks you your name, you're not going to get arrested by a police officer if you give them a fake name. But it's morally inappropriate. So know the difference and don't just fall over into doing stuff that's legal but it's not moral. For instance, adultery and fornication. Children having sex with each other. This is morally inappropriate. It's legal in some countries, and they say as long as the children have consent. Come on, how much consent can a child give in the first place? Children are smart, but hello, they're not called children for no reason, and the state doesn't call them when they get in trouble. The government doesn't call them when they get in trouble. They always call the parents to bail them out of jail, to get them out of the DHR, social services. So the parents are always but in some places it is legally right, but it's not morally right. There's no real satisfaction in it. It's just playing around in the physical, fleshly realm, and there's no moral right to it. But legally, it's okay. So you have to know there are people who do that, and they think it's okay because it's hey, there's no law against it. There's no law against drinking strychnine and committing suicide. Come on. If they're they don't come after your family if you commit suicide. Don't do that, by the way. But so there's a difference between legal and moral right. Gossiping. It's legally okay to gossip, to get on your social profile, little kids, and type and trash your teacher and run down your teacher on your social profile, and you don't like them, they're not treating you right, and no police officers come and arrest you. But that's morally inappropriate. You're sowing bad seed. I'm trying to stick with the moral thing with your conscience. Your conscience, your inner man. Your conscience. I'm trying to stay away from the spiritual things. Hey, that's spiritually wrong too. You'll reach past spiritual seeds, but it's morally inappropriate. It's not something you should do for your teachers. You should respect your teachers. And following your conscience is very, very important. So if you're tempted to get up there and type some trash about your teacher is not friends with you on that particular social network, and your conscience is bothering you, don't slip off and, with this, everybody's doing, well, that's a lie anyway, but, it's not illegal, so we can do what we want to do, man, because we're just expressing our opinion. Free speech, man. Dude, we can run down our teacher. No, you really can't. You're not supposed to. By the way, it's not really illegal for a teacher to have read that and decide to give you more homework. It's not illegal for a teacher to take quiet retribution. I mean, it's not illegal, so don't play that. It's legal, so I can do what I want to do, and then you want to try to put up your hand and say, no, they can't come after me because it's not illegal. It's not moral, teachers, for you to do that. You don't like that kid, you give him extra laps because you just don't like him because he's rich and his parents make 12 figures a month, and you don't. I mean, don't do that. So, legal versus moral right, and of course, personal revenge. I mean, some people do that. They take personal revenge on people, and you're not supposed to do that. I mean, legally you can do that, take personal revenge. People like say, don't think too hard about this. I mean, personal revenge, untie their shoes at gym class or something. That's, or trip somebody. You're taking revenge. You're tripping somebody. I mean, it's not illegal to trip somebody, but it's morally inappropriate. So make sure you know the difference. Follow your conscience. You have a conscience, use it. So legal versus moral right. Make sure you know the difference and stick with the moral rights, because sometimes things are legal that you really oughtn't to be doing. And there are some things that are moral that are illegal. Ooh, we're not getting into that. Because it is illegal to incite riot. No. That's enough of that. I love you. Thanks for joining me. Okay, I won't say anything else. Thanks for joining me. I love you. And be blessed in the name of the living Lord King Jesus Christ.